Hey everybody, it's Shane Benedict from Native Watercraft, and we're here doing a little installation instructional on mounting the transom motor mount for a couple of the different Native boats. Any of the boats that have a setup that match a power pole screw pattern is what this will actually work with. In your kit, you'll get the transom mount, and then you get a little hardware kit that'll set you up to mount it into any of the boats that have the power pole screw pattern. First thing you gotta do, just take out the dummy screws if you haven't already. Pretty simple. And in your kit, you'll have a couple of sliders that if you have a groove track at the back end, you'll use those, and then several different screws depending on if you're going to just use inserts or use a groove track and inserts. So for the sliders, all you do is go in this center slot, tip it into place, and it rides on a center set of rails, not on the bottom of the track. It's kind of lifted off the bottom slightly. So just angle them in there and then get them into position. I like to use a number 3 screwdriver. It's got a bigger head so it'll fit the screws better. And what I'll do is spread these out so they're pretty close to where I think they need to be. And I'll line up these holes with the slider. And I'm going to use the longer screws for the sliders. I'm just going to get them started, leave them loose. Shorter screws go into the inserts. Alright, and kind of that, once you get them into those inserts, that'll actually center you where you're going to be. Crank them down tight. Boom, there you go. Little quick transom mount for the stern of, this is the Slayer Max 12.5. We'll also show you a little mount on a couple of the other boats. And some of the Native boats actually have 4 inserts instead of 2 inserts and the slider or a groove track. So you'll just use the 4 shorter screws to mount it into the 4 inserts. Like the Titan 12.5, the Slayer XC have 4 bolt patterns like this. Most everything else has a groove track and 2 bolts. And we'll show you how to put that in there. And all you're doing is just lining them up. It's pretty simple. I've even got it facing to the back. That's good. Sometimes I don't do that right. Get in there. All right. So then, once you've got them all started, then you want to go back around and crank them all the way down. If you want to get fancy, you do the tire thing where you cross over. Boom, there you are. Got a transom mount. For trolling motors, don't throw any big old horsepower motors on here. There you go, have fun with it.